to today's Supercharged 20-minute standing flow practice. You'll have to forgive me today because I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat, but maybe it sounds a bit sexy, I don't know. But let's go. So we're going to start off just by standing with the feet hip distance apart. You're going to bend your knees just a little bit and then just feel the kind of pull of gravity towards the floor. Lift your toes up, press down into your feet, and then as you press into the earth, feel the energy of the earth pressing back into you and begin to lengthen through the legs, through the spine, out through the crown of the head. Drop your toes, feel the front of the pelvis lifting, and then just take your hands by your sides, finding Tadasana for a moment. Feeling energy through each of the fingertips, shoulders back and down. And then join your palms together at the center of your chest and gently close your eyes. We'll take a couple of breaths here as we inhale, taking the breath down into the belly, all the way down to the bowl of the pelvis. And as we exhale, lifting and squeezing the pelvic diaphragm in and up. Inhale, soften everything. Exhale, squeezing in and up. It might feel quite a strong squeeze or just a gentle pulse. Either way is great. And then begin to open your eyes. Okay, from there, bend your knees. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. On your exhalation, bow down to the floor, bending the knees. And then once again, just playing the edge of stretch there. You're going to inhale to halfway lift. On your exhalation, plant your fingertips down. Stay really active through your fingertips as you step back to downward facing dog. And then from there, I want you to turn your toes to one side, your heels to the other. Bend your knees and press back as if you're going to sit with your hip on the floor. And then come back to center. Swivel the other way, press it back. Good. Keep going now, one more time on each side. And then this time as you come back to center, we're going to keep the legs straight, turn on the feet, and then take the fingertips to the ceiling. Good. Placing down, turn, stretch up. One more time to each side. Really holding center as you do this. Beautiful. Then inhale, lift the heels up high. On your exhalation, round forward, begin to press into the heels, lengthen the spine. Inhale there. On your exhalation, bend your elbows straight back. Drop your pubic bone down, release the shoulders a little bit. Point your toes. Inhale, sit bones to the ceiling. Exhale, press the pubic bone down, lift the belly, lift the chest just a little way, sway side to side, but keep the legs really active. Inhale there, on your exhalation, release, just let the forehead relax, let the shoulders soften, take a breath there. Lift your feet up, circle the ankles in one direction, and then the other, and then really energizing through the legs, pressing the tops of the feet down. Inhale, sit bones to the ceiling, exhale, press the pubic bone down, lift the belly, lift the chest, a little bit of a press into the hands, maybe come up a little bit higher this time. Shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Great. Inhale there. On your exhalation, begin to press into the floor. Lift the sides of the belly, the psoas, and turn over on the feet and walk it out a little bit there. Great. I'm going to inhale, take my left foot up to the ceiling. And then drawing the knee in towards my nose, lift, 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 lift the hips, and then step the foot between the hands. Start to walk around towards me and just bring your feet with you, so turn both your toes in as much as possible. And then we're just going to start a little bit of a side lunge here, side to side. Bringing the palms together. And then here, I want you to lift your toes, and as you go side to side, just see how that feels. See if you can really feel the stretch through the inner seams of the legs. And if it feels okay, you can linger a little bit on one side and then the other. Great. And then we'll come back here, touch the floor, and then send the sit bones really wide. So really stick your bum out there, keep the knees bent. Keep that action of the sit bones going wide. Lift through the front of the pelvis. Lift, 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 lift. Begin to extend through the spine. Bring your hands down onto your thighs, knees still bent. And then really lengthen through the spine. So you're going to tuck the pelvis, but keep the sit bones kind of wide. And then you should feel here that there is a lot of freedom in the pelvis. It can move. And then I want you to turn your left toes to face forwards. And then press into your right leg to straighten it just a little bit. You might want to turn the toes in and the heel back. And then bend the knees again and just notice again the freedom in the pelvis. Now really begin to press through the outer edge of that foot. Keep the front of the pelvis lifting in and up. As you bend into this front knee, the front knee will want to move in but roll it out. And see if you can still find space in this hip crease here. So as you pull away, I want you to keep the gateway of this hip open, both physically and energetically. Okay, great. From there, inhale. On your exhalation, maybe you can go a little bit lower, but again, keep this space here. Elbows, fingertips out. Turn your gaze over your front middle finger. You're going to hold it here for a few breaths. And then placing your right hand down on the back thigh, you're going to turn your left fingertips to the ceiling, scraping the fingertips across the ceiling. Inhale as you reach back to a gentle reverse warrior. Inhale there. On your exhalation, place your forearm down onto the top of your left knee. You're going to sweep the right arm around, elbow to the ceiling, and then reach out on a diagonal. So you're going to press into the outer edge of the back foot and reach into the right fingertips and see if you can create one diagonal line. Good. As you do that, you might want to turn the chest and turn these left side ribs towards the ceiling and then creep on stretching as you look up towards the ceiling. Good. If that doesn't feel good for your head or your neck, just continue to look straight forwards. Okay, inhale there. On your exhalation, all the way back to warrior two. And then you're going to place your fingertips down and turn your back heel in. Okay, from here, place the back knee down and then start to take this into a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. But again, I don't want you to overdo it here, so just playing your edge of stretch. One more time. And this time as you press back, I want you to inhale, lift the belly, lift the spine, and as you exhale, squeeze the breath up from the pelvic diaphragm and see if you can pour a little bit more of your legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. You can wave the legs side to side. Okay, from there, come up onto your fingertips, lift your back knee, lift the back foot and just let it turn. So we're coming back to this warrior two stance. We're going to inhale there. On your exhalation, slowly come on up. Good. And then from there, begin to straighten this front leg. We're going to take this hip crease back. So you want to take your left hip crease and cut it right back, but still continue to keep the gateway of that hip open. Inhale there. On your exhalation, continue over into triangle pose, bringing the back of the hand against the side of the lower leg there, or maybe the fingertips will touch the floor. You're going to sweep this top arm around, elbow to the ceiling, fingertips to the ceiling. Then begin to really energize through both of the arms so that you can really support the opening of the chest. Lift the toes up, engage the feet all the way up through the legs. See if you can find that earth to core connection. As you inhale, taking the breath down to the pelvic diaphragm. As you exhale, squeezing in and up. Maybe there's a little bit more of an organic lengthening to the spine as you exhale. Beautiful. Okay, from there, drop your right hand to your waist. Bend your front leg and just bring your fingertips down by your foot. We're going to take a little bit of a step in with the back foot. And then I want you to position your fingertips about 6 to 8 inches on a diagonal away from the little toe side of your foot. Okay, we're going to start to take our weight into our left leg And then begin to lift the right leg up. So it doesn't matter if this standing leg is bent, right? If you need to put a block or something underneath your hand, that's cool too. If you can straighten it, then cool, go ahead and straighten it. So if this bottom leg needs to be bent, that's okay. But straighten the top leg and bring the outer edge of the foot parallel to the ceiling. So what you're doing is you're kind of stacking one hip on top of the other. Great. From there, we're going to inhale, bend both knees and draw your right knee in. Release your hand. On your exhalation, press, straighten everything and reach your right fingertips to the ceiling. Inhale, curling in. Exhale, stretching out on all different directions. Inhale, last time. Exhale, good. Both fingertips to the floor. You're going to align the hips side by side. Inhale there on your exhalation. Plant the feet down, hip distance. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, pour over your legs and just take it side to side for a moment. Great. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhalation, plant your fingertips down, step back. Downward facing dog. Take a little walk out there. And then this time, you're going to take your right foot to the ceiling. Inhale. On your exhalation, step the right foot between your hands. And then you're going to walk again around to the side of the mat. I'm going to switch so that you can see me. Bring your toes with you and bend your knees. Okay. From there, keeping the knees bent, sending the sit bones back. I want you to interlace your fingers behind your back, but bend your elbows. So fingers interlace, but bending elbows. We're going to begin to inhale, lift, and on your exhalation, begin to fold down. And then just play your edge of stretch here. So again, just these sideward lunges, lifting the toes maybe. And then you can come to center, and then maybe with bent elbows or with straight arms, begin to take your hands up over your head. But this doesn't need to be a static movement. You can take a little bit of movement there if it feels good. Okay, inhale there, halfway lift. On your exhalation, lift your breath from your pelvic diaphragm and your belly as you come on up. Release your arms, roll your shoulders out. Okay, going in the opposite direction now. So this time I want you to turn your right toes out, your left toes in a little bit, left heel out. Bend your knees, feel the freedom of the pelvis, and then begin to press into the outer edge of your back leg to straighten that back leg. Again, feeling this freedom in the pelvis, you can now begin to bend the front knee a little bit. Okay, the knee will want to roll in, but let's see if we can roll it out. Good, and then elbows. Fingertips out. Turn your gaze over your front middle finger. Stay here for a few breaths. Sometimes if I'm in these poses and it's loads of energy through the legs, I just kind of wave the upper body. That can feel nice. Okay. Inhale there. On your exhalation, place your left hand down, right palm to the ceiling. Inhale, and on your exhalation, just take that into a little baby reverse warrior. Keep it feeling good. Inhale, back to center. Good, exhale. Forearm down, we're going to sweep the arm around, elbow to the ceiling, and then reach out on a diagonal. Good, so pressing up into the outer edge of the back foot. You can bend the front knee a little bit more. Might do this one more time. You can do it as many times as you want to until that shoulder feels good, in a good position. Good. And then this time the right side rib cage will begin to turn. Stretch fingertips. Really activate all your different parts. Great. Inhale there. On your exhalation, slowly back to center. Okay, place your hands down and turn your back foot in. Place the back knee down and then begin to go backwards and forwards, just playing the edge of stretch in that front leg. So not too much. Doesn't have to straighten all of the way. And then as you press back this time, you might Keep it a little bit straighter. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop the belly and pour over your leg. Even if it's just an intention. Good. Okay, from there, turn on your back foot. We're coming back into this warrior two stance. Inhale, exhale. Find your way back up. Straighten the front leg. Keep this hip really cutting back. Keep the gateway of the hip open. Inhale there. On your exhalation, we're going to take that into a triangle pose. So the back of the hand against the edge of the lower leg. Reaching fingertips up, then we're going to circle the arm around, elbow, fingertips to the ceiling, lift the toes, energize through the feet, through the legs, and see if you can feel that connection to your center, and then breathe. Take a couple of those really nice Mula Bandha, pelvic diaphragm breaths. Great. Okay, from there, we're going to take it into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So bring this hand onto your waist. You're going to bring the fingertips down next to the foot. Take a little step in and then position the hand about 6 or 8 inches on a diagonal away from the little toe side of the foot. Begin to take the weight onto your right foot and begin to take the left foot into the air. So again, it doesn't matter if your right leg needs to be bent, but see if you can really straighten out that left leg. So you want to start to open up the hips, stack them one on top of the other, and then as you press into the foot that's in the air, have the outer edge of the foot parallel to the ceiling. Okay, from here, we're going to inhale, bend everything, release the arm. On your exhalation, press down, squeeze the breath in and up, and lengthen out in all different directions. Inhale, exhale, press and extend. Inhale, exhale. Good, hold it there for a second. And then bring both fingertips down. You're going to align the hips side by side. Inhale there on your exhalation. Feet hip distance apart. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale. Begin to lift the front of the pelvis, lengthen the spine. Reach the arms up. Keep a gentle bend in the knees. Inhale there on your exhalation. Inhale. Inhale. Good. Wave it side to side. Beautiful. Connect your fingertips into the floor. Walk your feet out towards the sides of the mat and then take them out at a 45-degree angle. Bend the knees and come to sit. Well done. We're going to hug the knees into the chest and lengthen the spine there. Beautiful. And we're just going to finish up here with a little bit of a core blast. So inhale to lengthen. On your exhalation, pick your feet up. Nice straight spine. Good. Hold on to the backs of the thighs for now. Inhale, press the feet away. Exhale as you squeeze. Lift. Inhale. Exhale. Release the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Palms together. Index fingers stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows to inner knees. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last time. Great. Put the feet down. Begin to wave side to side. Come forward just a little bit. Beautiful. Back to center. Squeeze the knees together. Plant the hands. I'm going to inhale center. On your exhalation, take your feet over to one side. Lift your hips. Turn your heart in the direction of your knees. Good. Inhale center. Exhale. Turn. Good. Inhale center. This time turn your heart in the direction of your feet. Inhale center. Turn. Good. Feel any difference there. And then inhale center. Lift the hands. Just going to take a little bit of a pulse here. Inhale, pressing away. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, press away. Exhale, lengthen. Good. 3 more. Very good. Soles of the feet together again. A little bit of a wave, side to side. Draw the fingertips down. Bow over your feet. Just let that go for a moment. You can roll out the shoulders. And then as you come up, you're just going to squeeze the knees back together. And then inhale, on your exhalation, curl it down. Just see how the body feels as you begin to stretch out on the floor. And if your body feels like it wants to take any more movements there, then just honour that. Might be a little bit of a twist or a rock through the spine or a baby back bend, just to set the sacrum. And then get really spread out so you can really start to melt into the floor and just allow the floor to support you entirely. Skin, muscles, flesh, bones releasing. Take a deep breath in. Pause at the top of the inhale. And on your exhalation, let everything go. Allow the breath to return to its effortless state as you remain here for just another minute. Toe tips. Take the arms overhead, draw your feet together. Big stretch, reaching into your fingertips and your heels, and then gathering your knees up into your chest. Take your forehead towards your knees, curl up like a little ball. And then when you're ready, you can roll over. Come to a comfortable seat. As you lengthen the spine, balance your head right on top of the spine. Palms together. Deep breath in as you lengthen. On your exhalation, bow your head to your heart. May the mind always be the servant to the heart. Namaste.